Thank you for joining us today in a video tour to Lumbini Batika Holdings 40-acre property located at Majuba Hill of Vedder Mountain in Abbotsford, BC, Canada. Heading east on Trans-Canada Highway in the beautiful Fraser Valley, driving to Cole Road exit number 99, some 80 kilometers from Vancouver downtown and just 5 kilometers north of Canada-US border. If you're traveling from east from Chilliwack or Hope area, you need to take exit number 104 to number 3 road. Now, exiting Highway 1 at exit 99, we'll turn right, that is south on Cole Road. There is a small rest area right after the turn to Cole Road, and a little further another park with facilities. After 1 kilometer, we will turn left eastward on Campbell Road. Driving on Campbell Road through the heart of scenic Sumas Prairies, which was formed by the draining of the glacially fed Sumas Lake as recent as 100 years. The majestic rolling slope of Majuba Hill ahead is where the Batika property is situated. After 5 kilometers, Campbell Road veers left and becomes Townie Road. Shortly thereafter, take Belrose Road. On the right, Belrose becomes Old Ale. We have arrived at the main gate of 41320 Old Ale Road. There are 2 other properties inside this main gate, each 40 acres. There is no separate civic address to our property as it does not have any residential buildings. One of our founding partners and directors, also a long-time local resident of Abbotsford, Dr. Parasha Malla, is delighted to take you inside. The road immediately inside the gate is shared with the seller who holds the other 2 lots. We drive on this gravel road until we reach Fork, where there is chain link fence on the access track on the left side, which we will arrive at shortly. The service access beyond the chain on the left is our private registered easement. Turning right takes to the seller's property, which is where we used to drive to earlier. The chain link is padlocked. There is also a no trespassing signage. Driving on our own service access, approximately 100 meters, that was constructed in 2022 as Phase 1 for a cost of $90,000. Now we arrive at the northwest corner of our 400 by 400 meter property. Access track ends at our northwest property line, which is also next to another neighbor on the left, on the northern side. You can see gravel area on the right side where we may park our vehicles. This is where Phase 1 access track project ended. We are exploring installation of water well within this triangular area. The sheds and containers are the property of the neighbor. The land behind the sea can on the right-hand side is Batika's. Looking northly down the valley and the mountains on the other side. That's the Phase 1 access road we just drove up. On the right, adjacent to the container, is the start of our Phase 2 service access, now substantially complete. This service access provides vehicular access to a flat land in Zone 2 of the property. Total length is approximately 450 meters. The brownness on the surface of the road is fallen maple leaves covering the freshly laid gravel. As we start on the surface axis inside the property, there are some relatively flatter lands on both sides. We plan to buy and install a portable storage container here on one side. On the right side of the track, there are a couple of young bamboo plants which we planted earlier in the spring of 2023. Now we approach our innovatively designed hairpin bend, a 180 degrees switchback at a climbing grade. A culvert has also been laid here. The access alignment avoids cutting of trees to the extent possible, most of the time passing between the tree openings. We had some engineering challenge here. A big rock had to be displaced from the hillside, ensuring no risk of future slides. The access now crosses over to neighbor's property as per an easement agreement. There is an old tractor access trail of merging from the left. Length of the service access on neighbor's property is approximately 100 meters. Gravel surface with no leaves coverage. A little pullover area for passing, overtaking. Also can be used as overflow parking. Another bend that loops back towards our property. Inside our property now on Zone 2. For planning purpose, we have marked the property in 4 zones by elevation and slope. Our team vehicle is already on the top parking area. The width between the trees is wide enough for a dump truck with side mirrors folded. Main parking lot is where the vehicle is, but the access continues slightly downwards to the flight area of Zone 2, which is a designated area for picnic shed. On the left of the parking area, down below on the small valley, was one of the Kutokodali spots, planting cisno, stinging needle, edible neuro, fiddlehead, onions, mustard seed, and kale on a trial basis. The big rock on the right is which we have named Batika Rock. It is one of the landmarks of our property. This rock from glacial ages sits there majestically exuding peace and tranquility. Typical vegetation. We are now at the Kuto Kodalo spot. Catching up with the team we saw earlier from above. Returning from the end of phase 2, on the way back now through the winding curves.